So I've been studying astrology for probably over 6 years now. I started when I just had my first child. She's 6 right now. And astrology for me was used as a tool to just gain more understanding about myself. I was in the space in my journey where I was seeking more information about myself, wanted to understand myself from a holistic point of view, not just, based on my identity, not just based on the identity that I was grown to know, my name, my ethnicity, where I come from, my school, and all of that. That's the superficial, identities that's attached to our human experience or body. But I had this inner yearning to know more. I wanted to know about my soul purpose, and especially becoming a mom, you're guiding another human being. I was so engulfed in this process of just wanting to understand life and creation that I found astrology to be a beneficial tool. But yesterday I saw something by one of the gurus on Instagram or YouTube, one of the popular gurus, and he was saying that astrology is not for people who are already on their spiritual path. And this is why he said that. So he made the comment that people who are already on their spiritual path, astrology is not for them. And the reason why he said that is because one of the things that I noticed about astrology is that it talks about your karmic patterns, the things that are inbuilt into you. It connects a lot into past life energies and also your genetic energy. So a lot of times when you look at the astrological chart, and especially if you're focusing on your challenging aspects like your squares, your oppositions, and in astrology, these aspects are the ones that usually point to your challenge areas and stuff like that. So what you find is that you'll read these descriptions online and they'll say stuff like, watch out for this. Or sometimes it will just be in this negative connotation, like, this is going to be an issue. But one of the things that the guru pointed out was the fact that people who are already on their spiritual path, meaning they're living a conscious life, they're living conscious of the fact that there is many dimensions to their experience, and they're actively doing their part to fulfill their destiny, to live a positive life and such. Astrology doesn't necessarily govern them. He made the comment that the planets cannot govern someone who is consciously governing themselves, and I thought that was very interesting to note. So, when I'm working with people, I like to always keep in mind that if someone's coming into astrology for the first time and they're not on a path where they're already connecting to themselves on a holistic level, beyond just the body, then when you come into an astrologer, of course, what you're coming seeking is understanding over your unconscious patterns. And the key thing here to note is that you're unconscious of these patterns because you're not on a path of already digging into that state of hyper awareness over who you are from a holistic level. So not just who you are, again, based on your outer identity, but what is your genetic history, what is your karmic patterns, what is your soul destiny, stuff like that. Now, of course, that's the reason why people come into astrology, but it's important to remember that astrology doesn't govern you. Astrology is a tool that's used to understand yourself. It's used to understand especially the unconscious aspects of yourself and hidden gifts, hidden challenges, hidden weak spots, strengths. This is what astrology is for. However, when you're consciously living and taking control of your journey, there is no tool as powerful as your own vessel. That's why you were created as the temple of the Most High Spirit. You carry the Most High Spirit within you. So despite the fact that you have genetic history attached to you, despite the fact that you might have karmic patterns and intergenerational trauma and all of that, when you get on a path of conscious living and conscious loving and wanting to live in alignment with the natural order, the divine design of the Most High Creator, then you are the most powerful tool. You can speak things into being. You can affirm things into being. You can break spells just by the lifestyle that you live. And so I think that's very important to note for anyone who's interested in astrology.